Here is my order that I am unboxing for you today. I have 5 coloring books. I will show you what those are, do a quick flip through and give you my first impressions of each of the coloring books. But before I do that, I want to share something with you that I purchased from Walmart. If you do not want to see that, you are free to skip right on through because I do have timestamps on my video. But I'm sure you'll want to watch it because it's coming up right after this. I bought these KingArt gel pens 30 set from Walmart for $8 and some change. These are the glitter and glitter neon colors, luxurious comfort grip, smooth rollerball nib, extra large ink cartridge. Tip size is 1.0 millimeters. And these are the 30 pens. On the back of the case, they have the swatches and the names of each of the colors. And here is how they look. I'm just going to show you one of them, but what you will notice about the glitter pens is that, well, it has glitter on the whole pen, the barrel embedded within the pen, which indicates that this is a glitter pen. This is how it looks on the end, the rollerball end here. I have used these pens. I used a few colors on this page here. I used them for the sky, this is a night sky. So I used silver, gold, and I think a little bit of gold on the moon. I don't know if this is yellow or gold, but either way, it comes out kind of, yeah, yellow. And I don't believe you can see it sparkle. I have to actually move it around on the camera. You can kind of see a little bit of that. And then down here in the flower area of this illustration, I used green on the leaves here. And you can kind of see it sparkle somewhat in certain areas. And I also used brown on these leaves here. These pens, they cost $8 and some change. I do not regret purchasing them. I'm actually glad I bit the bullet and got them. Now, let's get into the coloring books. Up first, I have 2 books from the same author. This one is Around the World Coloring Book, and it is by Eric Dowdle. Before I get into the video, here's something you should know. Number one, this is going to be a longer video because I will be flipping through the books and giving you my thoughts about what I see because I have not looked at these books except a few pages on Amazon. And that is how I determine if I want to buy the book or not, is go to Amazon, look at what people are saying, and then look at the pictures, and then I go back over to Book Outlet to add it to my cart. I will also put the price of each of the book on the screen. These don't really cost that much. They are typically half price compared to the Amazon prices, just so you know. The only downside about ordering is that you don't get your order as quickly as you would if you order through Amazon. But hey, it's well worth the wait because you're getting a deal. At least that's how I look at it. Now, back to the subject at hand. This is Around the World Coloring Book by Dowdle. This is color famous cityscapes and landscapes in the whimsical style of folk artist Eric Dowdle. On the back of the book, it says Travel the World with Eric. I'm just going to use his first name because I think I'm not pronouncing his last name correctly. Discover cities and landmarks across the globe with folk artist Eric. Renowned for his colorful paintings of worldwide destination, his unique style is a perfect choice of coloring enthusiasts and for coloring enthusiasts and armchair travelers. I can't read today, but I'm not cutting this out. More than 50 detailed coloring pages alongside original full-colored artwork to guide and inspire, allow you to see the sights as you color your way around the world. From Paris to Amsterdam and Mexico City to Rio de Janeiro, embark on the worldwide creative journey as you immerse yourself, coloring cityscapes and landscapes with whimsical artwork from Eric Dowdle to capture your imagination. He has 3 more books. I actually have the beautiful beaches that I will show you coming up after this one. National Parks, America the Beautiful. And this is Around the World Coloring. Let's take a look inside. You have your title page here, introduction about the book, and also about the illustrator, Eric. And here is the first page. On the left-hand side, we have the illustration already colored. We can get some inspiration from this page to color our page, and this is Amsterdam. It has the title of the place, and also down here, it talks about the place, which I think is really, really neat. Okay. And here is the page. This book reminds me of the Disney book. You know how you have the page on the left and then you have the illustration on the right, the Thomas Kincaid. Let's take a look here. And so there's some more Amsterdam pages. The paper is pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. It's not thin and it's not real heavy, but it's pretty decent. You know, if you want to use some markers, I would think you can. I guess you can use markers. If you want to use the alcohol markers, this will be on the back of it. That's the only thing. But yeah, you still have a chance or opportunity, I guess, to use a wider media selection if you want. So let's take a look. We have Barcelona. What I'm noticing is that with the people in the pictures here, they don't have anything on their face, which I guess is okay. When I say anything, no eyes, no nose, it's just an outline, which I guess is not a big deal. So, and then we have Barcelona. Now, what I like about this is that it has a Barcelona and a page, and then when you turn it, there's more to color about Barcelona, which is really neat. And then here, it tells you a little bit more about Barcelona. So check it out. I actually like the illustrations from what I'm seeing. I like the line art. This is Copenhagen. And then the information about Copenhagen, Denmark is here. But yeah, I like the line art. It looks clean. The only thing that I'm noticing is that with the faces of the people, they don't have any expression. I guess you're free to add whatever you want to add to the faces of the people. And then here is, here are fish and stuff underneath. I just noticed something here. We have on top of the water here, but down here, he gives us a little bit more under the water, which is neat. So Copenhagen, and then we have some more info and another illustration about Copenhagen. What I also like about this is that even though he's taken the illustrations from the picture here, and it looks kind of like the picture, when we turn the page over, these illustrations look a little bit different. Still pretty good. I like it. This is the Zen Doodle stuff here. That's neat, isn't it? And then the mermaid has that on her little tail. It's really neat. The sky. Okay. I like these. Very different. And we have Dublin. This is Dublin, Ireland. It's a pub. It says Pub Lover's Dream. You have the illustration here with a lot of the people, as I stated before. With the people, you don't have the eyes or the nose on the people. So I guess I can do that myself, huh? Or not. You have the option. Okay, next there is Florence. What I like about this line art is that it's really clean and I can tell what's going on. Sometimes with illustrations like this, it's hard to tell what's going on and how to color something. I found that to be the case with the Disney Thomas Kincaid books that I have. And then we have Frankfurt, Germany. Merry Christmas. And then we have the scene here. Hong Kong. And then on this one, he has Hong Kong. He has some drawings here, which are nice. I like these. He tells you about Hong Kong, the city, tells you about the city more, about the celebrations that they have there as far as the Chinese heritage. Next to London. This is really neat. I'm glad I got this because, of course, I've never been over across the pond or overseas or in other countries. So this will take me there. And notice how his illustrations here are more Zen doodle-ish like, which is neat. Okay, very different. Tower Bridge. Buckingham Palace. And still the faces of the people are not drawn on, so you can do that yourself if you like. And again, what I like about the line art is that I can pretty much tell what I need to color. Because sometimes you're like, okay, is that a leaf or what is that? This is Mexico City. New York City. We have Times Square. Happy New Year. And then we have New York City again, and he has it drawn out with the little Zen doodles on here, which I think is pretty neat. Paris. Very nice. He has Paris again. Nice illustration here. Prague. Did I tell y'all this is going to be a longer video? So I hope you bear with me, because I do want to show you the pages so that you can get an idea of what's in here as well. I didn't really know what was in these books. I had to jump over to Amazon to see. This is nice. This is Quebec City. Quebec City. I think I didn't even mention the city here. And he has a drawing for Quebec City. Tells you a bit about it. Rio de Janeiro. Rome. The line art is clean. And sometimes line art, from what I've seen, when it comes to books that are like that, it's hard to somewhat tell if a tree is a tree or what's going on in the sky. But I can follow along with this in this book. Rome. Roman soldiers there. San Francisco. There's a lot going on over here. These pages are not perforated. I had to check that out to see. We have San Francisco here again with our little Zen doodly things going on, kind of like mandala stuff. San Juan. Very little. Stockholm. St. Petersburg. Sydney, Australia. And I bet you hit, yep, I was thinking that he had something for Sydney here. Yeah, this is nice. Taj Mahal. You have your elephants. This looks nice too. I'm glad that there is a page I can reference. This is Vancouver, Canada. Vancouver here. And we have Venice. Okay, and that is it. I'm going to move on to the next coloring book. The next book, also by Dowdle, Mr. Eric, is Beautiful Beaches. And here's what it says here. Color famous scenes from coastal destinations in the whimsical style of folk artist Eric Dowdle. On the back, it says dive into coastal beauty with Eric. Embark on a vivid journey through picturesque coastal destinations with world-renowned folk artist Eric Dowdle. Whether you're a coloring enthusiast, an armchair traveler, or a dedicated Dowdle fan, this collection of more than 50 detailed coloring pages invites you to explore the charm of famous shores through Dowdle's intricate folk art accompanied by original full-color illustrations. Each page serves as a canvas for your imagination. Revel in the intricate details and lose yourself in the beauty of coastal landscapes from Aruba to South Beach. More than just a coloring book, this is a mini vacation for your creative soul, a celebration of folk art and an opportunity to bring the world's coastal wonders to life through your creativity. And he has more of his books here. Let's check it out. Beautiful Beaches. This is going to be similar to the Around the World coloring book. Paper is pretty good. Not cardstock, but it's thick and it's, you can get away with using your markers if you want. We have the introduction, which tells us what's in here, and here are some illustrations of what's in here. This is about the author, Eric Dowdle, here. Now let's take a look. We have Aruba, and down here at the bottom, he talks about Aruba some. Tells you about it. Yeah, and you can see the illustration here where we can get our inspiration from. And here is the illustration over here. Again, I do like the artwork. I like that I can tell that, hey, this is a cloud up here. I like that I can tell these are palm trees over here. The line art is very clean, very clean. So I'm just going to flip through, and if I have something to say about a page, I will. We have Bahamas here. It talks about the Bahamas is a perfect playground for kids of all ages, and where you sometimes can't tell where dreams begin and reality ends. Yeah, so we have the Bahamas. Bermuda. The people, again, they do not have any noses or eyes, so you can put that on there yourself if you like, which I think is okay. Then we have Bermuda here that he has, which has the Zen doodly things in here. So I guess that's his style. I've never purchased a book from this illustrator before, so yeah, this is all new to me. Cabo San Lucas. Cabo San Lucas some more. Now this is neat. I think these pages here are really neat. The line art is a little bit thick as far as black, thick line here, but that's okay. You can always cover it if you want, right? Cancun. Cancun. And I forgot to mention that he tells you a little bit more about Cancun, specifically, like if somebody was a tour guide, this is probably what you would hear them say. And then he has some information about the Cancun and about the illustration actually here. But then when you turn this page, it has more information about Cancun. Cannon Beach. Line art is clean. I like that. Coney Island. It's a lot to this. These illustrations reminds me of the other coloring books I have. I can't think of the author, but it's the city. And anyway, I'll put the name of the book up here that I'm referring to. These illustrations remind me of those illustrations in those books. Galveston, Huntington Beach, Huntington Beach, Surf City, USA. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff going on in here. A lot of Zenduli things in the background. We have Key West. Key West here. La Jolla. La Jolla. Maybe that's it. Okay. This will be challenging to color because these items are so little. I can see now that I would probably have to use a fine liner for some of this. La Jolla Cove. La Jolla Cove. Okay. La Hania. La Hania, I guess. La Haina. I don't know. But it says that this is state of Hawaii here. Maui. With the little Zen doodly things, I think coloring these, they are relaxing and calming. So I can see, coloring this. And he filling the background with those types of elements. Not bad. Look at this. I can't. Mackinac Allen. I know I just said it wrong, okay? I know I said it wrong. This is Mackinac. That's it. Mackinac Island, Michigan. Martha's Vineyard or Vineyard. Okay. I know he has something for Martha's Vineyard. See the what he does here, I notice is that the illustrations that come after this one, if there is one, usually is much easier, a little bit more simpler. Just has a little bit more of the Zen doodling stuff in here, the Zenny type stuff. But we have Martha's Vineyards. It tells you about it here. Oak Bluffs, Newport Beach, North Shore, North Shore here. Zen Doolin things. You got your waves, water waves here. Prince Edward Island. Puerto Rico Vallarta. I can't say that right. Puerto Rico Vallarta. Vallarta? Okay. San Diego Beach. It's like somebody's getting married back in here. Yeah. San Diego. I really like the way the paper feels. It reminds me of paper that you'll find in a mythographic coloring book, maybe. Some of the earlier ones. Yeah. Santa Monica. Seaside. As I flip through these books, especially the first two books, this second book here, and I'm looking at all this, it's a lot. Seaside, it would probably take me forever to color up one page. South Beach. But I thought it was neat to get these books. I think it's a very cool idea. South Beach here. A little more simple page and pages to color. It tells you about South Beach here. Saint Martin in the Netherlands of France. Okay. Saint Martin. Okay. And we have St. Thomas. Okay. Which is the Virgin Islands. I remember I had a lady when I was in the fifth grade, Miss Lang. She was from the Virgin Islands. I used to love to see her handwriting on the board. St. Thomas here. Okay. And that's it for Eric Dowell's book, Beautiful Beaches. The next book I have is Miniature Inspirations Coloring Book, Tiny Triumphs to Color and Display by Maddie Morales. Let's see what she says on the back here. Savor bite-sized bursts of coloring bliss. And I'm not going to read all that, but she says explore more than 300 delightfully petite pieces of art to color. You can use crayons, colored pencils, or gel pens to bring each cheerful design to life. Easily tear out and share your art with friends thanks to perforated pages. From calming crystals, affable gnomes and mushroom homes to serene sea creatures, scrumptious sweets, and spinning mandalas, there's something for everyone in Miniature Inspirations. Let's check it out. Look at that little fox. Too cute. The paper is, it's okay. It's nice paper, but it's not really, really heavy, just so you know, okay? So we have something here on the title page. I bet that's the same, yeah, to color here. We have all these different little butterflies, desserts, little mandalas, mushrooms, cute. And we don't have illustrations on the back, so we have single-sided, which is always a good thing, right? Right. So we have some flowers here, potted flowers, plants. Yeah, I'm just gonna flip through really quickly. Oh, that is so cute. Books, books, books. This is cute. I like this. Desserts. I'm not good at coloring desserts. I don't know why. Fishbowl. I like how the flowers are already in a circle here, so we don't have all the extra space outside of the element or the illustration. Cool. Okay. I like this book. I didn't really know what it was all about, but I'm glad I bought it. Again, the paper is just okay. It's a little bit, you just need to probably really be careful with what you use. Okay, make sure you put something behind your page because you don't want to mess up the other illustration. Because when I turn the page, I can see the illustration coming through. So the paper is not, it's not like copy paper. It's still a little bit better, but it's not better than what I just showed you with the Eric Dowdle's coloring books. Oh, look at that cat. So cute. We have little planets here. So if you don't want to color a whole lot of stuff, you can just, you know, color one or two things at a time to have a little bit of cozy coloring, comforting coloring time. This is cute. Very nice. Okay. Oh, there's some gnomes. Ah, that is too cute. Look at that. Okay. And these little illustrations here. I know I have them in another coloring book. The little simplicity coloring books. These are tiny. Very, very small. Because this is already a small book. You see my hand here. I have a small hand. This book is not that big. And then these little illustrations are really small. Cute. Okay. What I'm thinking as I turn the page is that I could do a lot of practicing in this book. Just practicing on blending and doing different color combos. This is my practice book. That's what I'm going to call it. Ooh, look at the little seahorse. This is cute. Birds. Little gems. And there's a page to practice gems. What's good about this is that the book is miniature, it's small, so I don't have to feel like, oh, I got a big old page. The page is not that big, so that makes it even better to get some practice in. Masquerade. Okay. All right, little animals, little dogs, they are cute. I like that she puts something around them. Okay. All right, so this is a winner. I did not know what to expect. This is a winner. Miniature Inspirations by Maddie Morales. Up next, I have Color Me Under the Sea, an adorable coloring book. And then it says here, dive into the world of adorable sea creatures. Feeling stressed? This delightful collection of dolphins, belugas, jellyfish, seahorses, and other cute friends is sure to make you smile and help you relax. Ocean lovers, that's me, and artists alike will enjoy bringing these enchanting underwater scenes to life. Unleash your inner artist with vibrant color in Color Me Under the Sea. All right, let's check it out. I love, love, love underwater stuff. I always have. So let's check this out. This is Cedar Mill Press Publishers. Illustrations by this person here. You see that name? Yeah, Zang. All right, let's get it. We have a page here, which is nice. We have our introduction to the book. And now we have some more information about what the world can be an ugly place, brighten up with these adorable animals. Okay, so it's more introduction to the book. Now here we go. What I'm noticing is that they have a hashtag here that says Color Me Under the Sea. I guess this hashtag is for their coloring book. So here we go. I do like the line art, and let me bring you out just a little bit more because so we can get the whole book here. Very nice. I like the art. I like the line art. I didn't know what to expect, but it seems like this would be a nice book to color in. The paper feels like the paper from the miniature one that I just showed you. It's not super thick, but it's okay. And with markers, just be careful with that. We have single-sided illustrations here. Everything to me looks fairly easy, not too intricate and hard, but I'm okay with that either way. I think the illustrations are really, really cute. They're really, really cute. And I can tell what's going on under the water here. Hi, he is cute. Seahorses. It's not bad. The paper kind of reminds me of Creative Haven. That's what I'm thinking about here. But maybe a little bit better than Creative Haven, but not too much. All right. Ooh, swordfish. Nice. Stingray. Jellyfish. Not too intricate. It's just, get your color on. And I can see myself experimenting with some other medium that I have, because I have you have a bigger space. So that's what I would probably do in this book, is experiment with my other medium. And I wouldn't be afraid to use a water-based media like watercolor pencils or even watercolor. Just would have to be very careful with how much water I put on the page, because this paper is, can be a little challenging probably. So I would be careful with that. But I still would use the water-based products on here. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I like that too. I can see markers all on these pages, because I wouldn't want to use pencils for big areas. Of course, I could base the page with an alcohol marker of some sort, or even watercolor. So these are nice little illustrations. I did not know what to expect, but I am not disappointed. I actually am liking what I see, and seeing a whole lot of possibilities of what I can do as relates to the medium that I can use on the pages. Yeah. I've never owned a color. Is it Color Me? Yeah, Color Me coloring book. I've never owned one, so this is my first one. Okay. This reminds me of my little kawaii coloring book, Bob Ross. The way it's drawn. Yeah. So let me see. What does it say here? Share your masterpieces. Don't keep your colorful creations to yourself. Use the hashtag here on social media. And then here they have all of this hashtag. I guess you can use this as a space to test out medium on the letters, maybe. That's the only thing I can think of. But they want you to use that hashtag for sure. Okay, so that is it by Cedar Mill Press Book Publishers. The next book I have is the mythographic Dragonspell. When this first came out, I was reluctant to get it, but after seeing a few flip throughs, I decided to go ahead and get it because I am a mythographic girl. I love me some mythographics. This is by Joseph Cattlebank, and he is one of my favorite illustrators. On the back here it says, lower the drawbridge to a dreamy dimension where dragons soar and fantasy reigns. Mythographic color and discover, Dragonspell ushers you into transfixing realm where mysteries swirl, sorceresses conjure, oracles foretell, and warriors harness the forces of destiny. From sea dragons protecting their treasures to ancient guardians brandishing their might. Unlock the secrets of dragon magic with vivid color in more than 45 illustrations that morph and mesmerize. So here we go. I finally got it. Let's take a quick look in here. We have our title page here. The paper is really good. Yeah, your typical mythographic paper. And it feels so good. Yeah, pretty good. So let's take a look through here. I like this. The hands are holding the, I guess, dragon. Yeah, that's cool. I'm not going to say too much on this video. I'll just flip through. And if something jumps out at me, I will say it. This jumps out at me. Yeah. Nice. I think I've colored something similar to this before. Similar to this illustration. Not quite this illustration, but it's similar. I really like the paper in here. The pages are perforated, of course. And you can pretty much use whatever you want to use in this coloring book. Of course, be careful. Make sure you put something behind it because you don't want to mess up the other illustration. Or you can just tear it out, huh? Yeah. At first, when I saw this book, when it came out, I was not interested. And so eventually I got around to seeing some flip throughs, and I actually liked a lot of what I saw. Even though I'm not into coloring dragons like that, the art is what or the illustrations are what I really admire. This is so cute here. Very nice here. And then sometimes I look at the illustrations and I'm at a loss because I don't really know how to color it. But I am amazed by the art. There's that cat again. That's in the Wild Summer coloring book, I believe. Yeah, this is neat. That's neat as well. So whenever a mythographic book comes out, and sometimes I'm kind of like on the fence, I'll just wait. And if I do get it, sometimes it will be me going to Book Outlet and ordering it. It typically tends to be marked down much lower than what it is on Amazon anyway. Okay. It looks like a half. It is like a bird. And I guess that's a dragon. Of course it's a dragon, but that gives me bird right there. And see, with this one, I'm having a hard time. Okay, I see. Sometimes you just really have to really look at it. But at first glance, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on sometimes. Okay, this is cute here. Let's see the person on the bicycle there. The paper is very nice. I can definitely tell the difference in this paper versus the paper from the Color Me coloring book. Very nice. I always like to see books, and then I see some things that I would not color in this on this page. I would do it up the way I want to do it. Okay. I like this. This is cute. And some of the pages in here, I'm like, I don't know if I'll touch that. But there are some pages in here that I really, really like. So I've seen a lot of people color this page here. That's nice. This is cute too. All right, I'm almost done with flipping through. I hope you are still with me. I have a few more books to go, and I'll be done. This is Mythographic Dragonspell by Joseph Catambain. The next book that I have is the Hidden Creatures coloring book by Asi Bako. I don't know. I'm going to say Bako. Let's see what it says on the back. It says, can you find them all? Stretch your creativity in this intricate coloring book with a hidden animal on every page. Blend the creatures into the background and make a clever puzzle for your friends, or make them stand out amidst the swirls, shapes, and leaves. There's no right way to color, but beware, by the end of this book, the creatures may even be too well hidden to spot. Okay, let's check it out. All right, so we have the Hidden Creatures coloring book. Bako, a Tarcher Perigee book. We have the title page here and dedication. This book was published in 2023. There's some items here to color if you want to color that. Then we have introduction. We have animals and stuff here. Get ready. Can you find all the hidden creatures? And he gives you a welcome to this book. I'm not going to read all that, but you can pause this video and you can read it for yourself. Okay. But toward the end, it says the pages are arranged from easy to spot to truly maddening. If you're stumped, you'll find an answer key on the last page. Okay, let's go. So first up, we have this one. And hey, there's the animal there, huh? Well, this is cute. The paper, can you tear this out? No, it's not perforated. But the paper is very good. It actually feels like the mythographic paper to me. So we have these different designs with an animal embedded within. There it is right there. So this book is the perfect book to color, kind of like if you're not one who likes to color mandalas, Then here's something else with designs and abstract type of shapes and all that. So that's pretty cool. I see the spider there. Let me keep going. Ooh, that's a lot in it. But you don't have to color. I can see coloring one area just a certain color and just kind of making it not individual colors, but a whole section could be orange. Another section could be blue or green. So yeah. Here's something here. Now notice that this giraffe has the same design on it as the background. Okay, let's keep going. I want to see how hard it gets as we move in the book. Okay, there's the dog there. Now this is kind of getting a little hard, I think. Same with this one. Peekaboo, I still see you. Oh wow, this is neat. The funny thing is when I look down out of the viewfinder, it looks different. When I'm looking through it, through the camera, the viewfinder, I can actually see it pretty good and how it's set up. We have this one. It's getting a little hard. I see a little, oh. I'm looking through the screen and I see something here. Am I right? I don't know what that is, but it, through the camera it looks like a little raccoon. But it doesn't look like that. When I look down, it just looks jumbled. All right, here we go. It's getting hard. Uh-oh, let me look through my viewfinder. Do I see anything? Oh, Lord. This is hard. Oh, I see it right here. So this is a great way to challenge yourself. I'm not going to try to point out where everything is now. I just want you to see the pages. It gets more challenging as you go into the book, doesn't it? It sure does. The funny thing is when I look through the viewfinder, I can see the animals. But when I just look at the page with my naked eye, it's hard to see it. That is different. That's unique, isn't it? Yeah. Now with this one, I could spot it even with my naked eye without looking through the viewfinder. Okay, so we have the leaves. Now I'm looking with my naked eye. I don't even see it. Let me look through the viewfinder. Oh my goodness, I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it right off. So that's going to be a challenge. I'm sure you probably saw it. Now this one, right off we see the owl up here. Let me keep going. Hard to tell what this one is. Okay. But I think this would be a good book to simply keep your brain sharp, you know. And I would not want to cheat. See, I see something here through the viewfinder. I would not want to cheat. I would just want to color this and find it as while I'm coloring, you know. I see it right there. I'm looking through my viewfinder. Yeah. Now this one, it's hard for me to see. I'm looking through my viewfinder. Yeah, I don't see it right off the top of my head. I'm gonna keep on going. I see it right here. But he's getting pretty hard with these as we go further back. I think it's good to do things that challenge your brain because, you know, that helps with keeping up with their brain health. You know, as we age, things can happen and we don't want that to happen. So we got to keep challenging our brains, lifting our brain muscle every day. Now with this one, I can't tell or see anything. Yeah. So it does get harder as you move on in the book. Yeah. I see a bird there. I see something over here. I'm looking through my viewfinder. Okay. I can't tell anything. But yeah, this is neat. This is really, really neat. I see an animal. I'm not going to point them out anymore. I'm just going to keep turning the page. But I know some of you are probably like, girl, that's just too much. I think it's challenging and it's really helpful for your brain to try to do this. And I don't want to cheat, so would try to color. Ooh wee. I'm looking through the viewfinder and this is, yeah, let me look down. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm looking naked eye. I don't see anything. Eventually, I'm sure I will see it as I start coloring, putting some color on the paper. Yeah, this does get harder as we go on. The illustrator said that I see something here, right down here. But it's really, really tough as we go to the back. I'm glad that he has a key or she has a key in here. I don't know, the illustrator. This is tough, looks tough. Can you spot anything? But this doesn't seem too tough to color, you know. I think once you start coloring, you'll see where the hidden creature is. But I'm noticing that I'm almost done flipping through this book and it's getting so challenging to find what's in here, the creature. Because at first it was popping out at me, but now it's not. I think I see it right over here. Maybe. Yeah. I see something there. Let me stop. Oh, this would be, I like coloring leaves. Just working on trying to have different blending going on with different colors. Yeah, I don't really see anything. But I know if I was just sitting down looking at it, I probably could see it. It's getting harder. Do you see a creature? Okay, moving right along. As I turn the pages, I don't see any creatures. They're not jumping out at me. Not at all. And I'm looking and flipping and looking and flipping and looking and flipping. Now it just looks like there's nothing there. Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Did I make a mistake buying this book? I don't think so. Here is information about the author. Oh, I see is a she. She enjoys working with watercolors, markers, colored pencils, and acrylics, but she constantly returns to fine lines and patterns. Okay, so I found out that Asi Balko is a she. So yeah, this is going to be a challenging book, but I'm up for the challenge. Glad I bought this. It's definitely something that will challenge my brain, which I actually do need. I need to work that brain muscle as much as possible. This is the Hidden Creatures coloring book by Asi Balko. And the last book that I have is This Annoying Family Life by Oslo Davis. It says a mindless coloring book for the relatively stressed. Let's check it out. So I'm opening it. Oh, I always look at the back of the book. Let's take a look at the back of the book first. Color your cares away. Even in the best of times, family life can get kind of annoying, and home may be where the heart is, as they say. But wow, can the people you share it with really test your last nerve. Here to help is this stress-reducing coloring book that lets you color your way through the funny and true annoyances of family life, whether it's a supermarket temper tantrum. Glad I've never had to deal with that. Tick-tocking tweens having to risk using the bathroom after dad's been in there. Grandma's big wet kiss. The baby combing her hair with the cat litter poop. The least relaxing bath time imaginable, or a toy stuffed in the macaroni. So grab your pencils, take a deep breath, and color away the anxieties and aggravations of the day. See, it's better already. Look at that. All right. I chose this book because I was curious about the book. And so here we go. I have not looked in this book. I'm kind of not, I'm kind of scared of what I'll see, but hopefully it won't be that bad. So as when I open the book, inside we have this, on the inside of the cover, This Annoying Life, Oslo Davis. This is Chronicle Books publisher. This was published in 2022, so it's an older book. It has the introduction here. I am not going to read the introduction, but you can pause it to read it if you like. Now here is baby throwing food all on the walls. Okay. All right, so the paper in here is pretty good. It's better than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, it's kind of like the kind of on the miniature inspirations on that part and between the color me. So it's not thin at all. It's pretty good actually. But the only thing I'm seeing is that we have front and back illustrations. So yeah, pencils is probably what I'll have to stick with, and other items that don't bleed through. But let's check it out. Mom's in the bathtub, or dad, whoever. And look at all the little toys in the way. Okay, let's see. Now I can tell that these were hand drawn, and it's hand drawn, hard, rough. You get what I'm saying? So this is really somebody that actually drew this with their hand. And I like stuff like this because I could actually probably draw this too. Okay, playing the guitar, dog sitting on the carpet here. Look, I'm trying to watch TV, kid. Why are you getting him? Why are you here? Okay. And then this is a double page spread with them being outside playing, people on their phone. Well, actually it looks like the park, right? Look at this. What do you see? I see that the kids are on the slide, and look at all the adults. They have their head down and they are on their phones, and that's exactly what what happens, right? Yeah. Sad but true. Grandma kissing. That would be my mama, because I did not like when my mother would kiss me on the cheek, because she would leave me with a wet cheek, and I would always wipe it off. Somebody's, yeah, rough drawing. Oh, look at that. This is the pinata. He said, look, I'm just going to saw the head off because y'all having issues over here. Okay. I like the rough illustrations. I think they're cute. Ooh, look. Said, ooh, wee. Daddy just blew the toilet up. The restroom is just, ugh. And then you have the animals and the kids all in the bed with mom and dad. Oh my goodness, look at this kitchen. This is giving me more stress than anything. I'm just kidding. Okay. We got us a beard. What's going on here? Okay. That look like Beavis and Butthead. Well, that one, that's what I'm thinking about when I look at that character. Okay. We walking the dog and pushing the baby in the stroller and getting our walk on. Look at that. What did that bird do on his back? Oh, look at this. They had a ring light up and they trying to do a TikTok. And parents are like, child, what are y'all doing? Get out of my way. I bought this book because I wanted something that was realistic. And yeah, so this is giving realistic. So what is this? Looks like a x-ray here. Being at the doctor. Oh, x-ray. You have the little stuff inside of the stomach. All right, these little toys. That's cute. Backyard. Now these line art and the illustrations in general, they're kind of rough, but they rough and they real to me. Look at that. Oh my goodness, they dropped their stuff. Okay, things just fell off, so they getting ready to leave here, and then as they go, the stuff just falls off. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. Oh my goodness, what does that look like? The ants have came out. What you doing leaving a sandwich on your little nightstand for? Anyway, I think this is a nice little coloring book. The paper is nice. I can see myself just using pencils on here because it is, illustrations on front and back. Oh, somebody put stickers all on Grandpa. I'm going to call him Grandpa. That is funny. Now we're in the store and the kid is having a temper tantrum. I was blessed to not have that ever happen to me. I was too busy trying to keep up with my daughter. So, yeah. But this is the temper tantrum. It looks like the kid wants some cereal. And look, I'm going to get my cereal. Okay. The illustrations just look like somebody just drew them by hand. And it's a rough draw. And I'm okay with it. I think it's okay. I really do. Because it's like real and raw. Yeah. Okay, what did the dog do? The dog just messed up the house. Oh, I'm up the tree and I'm scared to come down. You could get up there, but you can't get down, huh? Oh, my goodness. She having a baby. He said, look, I'm hungry. I got to eat. I can't be dealing. I couldn't be eating right there, dude. Anyway. Playing the games. There's a little troll inside of the macaroni and cheese, which is what's on the back of the book here. Corn or mac and cheese, I don't know. Oh, my towel is gone. Where is my towel? Okay, this is the cat litter. The little baby done got into the cat litter. Oh, Lord. That's not good. Now we trying to go to sleep. I got my phone on. Okay. He said, look, I'm trying to figure out this baby carrier thing so I can put you on me. Okay, what's going on here? Okay. I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, that's water. Okay. I don't know. That's a dog. I don't know. We have our pool. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness. But I really got this because I thought it would be pretty cute, different, something I could color that kind of reflects real life in some cases. Yeah. And that is it. Oh, he split his pants. That looked like a little gremlin right there. So this is Oslo Davis. It says, I've never heard of Oslo before. So let's see what it says about Oslo here. Oslo Davis is an illustrator and artist who makes art for various publications and projects worldwide. This has included drawings for the New York Times and the Guardian, cartoons for The Age, a 29-meter drawing for a Melbourne trim and merchandise designs for the Tokyo Olympics. Thanks to coloring, his life is 100% stress-free. Okay. He lives in Melbourne, Australia. Okay. So that is it for all of the books that I purchased from Book Outlet. I purchased 6 books, I believe, and I've spent about $40 because on Book Outlet, if you place an order and if you want free shipping, you have to, I think, order up to $35, I believe. And so, yeah, I did it. If you have any of these books, let me know. Let me know what you thought of the books that I showed you. If you have any questions or comments, you know what to do. Drop them in the comment section below. Until next time, keep calm and keep coloring. Bye.